Hi, I'm host Eric, host talking to people, and I'm playing Ask Me a Cognitive Function question, Spacey.
I don't need to ask you any questions. I already know everything that there is to know.
How many cognitive functions does it take to screw in a light bulb?
16, obviously.
There aren't 16 cognitive functions.
I know. It's disappointing.
Yeah, that's why nobody ever screws in a light bulb.
Yeah, that's pretty much why.
Okay, other insights from friends in attendance, St. Jacob and Zach attack. Spacey, do you have any other thoughts that you want to share with the world?
Yeah, if you're a TI Dom, you're the best. If the world would not survive without you.
Mm-hmm. Wise words, Spacey. TI Dom, you are the best.
But just the word of advice to you, TI Doms, you should probably just kill yourself sooner rather than later, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets.
Spacey, that's terrible advice. Don't listen to Spacey. TI Doms, you have to allow time for maturation. Most removed individuals takes the longest to mature. So your TI won't reach its zenith, and you won't really start to understand things and put it all together till like your mid to late 30s. Then you'll start to win. How old are you, Spacey?
I'm 25.
Right. So, I want you to muse upon the slabs, Spacey. Muse upon the slabs. The slabs move at whatever pace they move at. But within their movements, one finds intentionality, or something close enough. Do I like to go advice for just about anybody? When in doubt, look to the slabs. They know the best course. That's what NI does. And the slabs are a way of approaching NI that recognizes that while objective, unlike an objective judging function like TI, NI is epistemological, so it assumes its approximations are real in a way that knowledge is real, more real than belief. So that's where magical thinking lives. And everyone should have magical thinking as an accessible tool in terms of understanding a given set of variables. Extroverted intuitives are likely to dismiss magical thinking as absurd or whatever because it seems like the elimination of the myriad potentialities that might supplant that singular truth. But it's reductive of us to imagine that. And we begin to learn that if we make media, because aesthetics is a perfect example of something that operates as though its truths were objective, but In other words, this truth would seem very much to be outside of the subjects who are experiencing them. Like a melody that is hooky and memorable and distinct as an entity, the fact that I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. If I sing that melody to people, everybody knows it's White Christmas, and you get how inherently the progression of the melody naturally and necessarily follows from itself. You know, its identity is clear and distinct. Its truth, it seems to be external to the subjects who are manifesting that entity by either singing the song or hearing the song or whatever, observing the song in some way. But it doesn't change the fact that observation precedes existence in that regard, and so ultimately it's still a fluid kind of experiential truth that gets approximated. It's objectively so that some songs are better than other songs, and it's also not something you can really establish legitimacy with by a TI. That's how NI experiences it, right? NI sees something super great, hears something super great, and goes, it is obviously the case that that song is better than this other song. It is necessarily true. It is outside of myself, not just my opinion. People have backed away from saying such things so they can't defend those arguments in TI disputes. So instead, you'll hear NI people talk about receiving melodies in their head or channeling in that regard, because they can't understand the truths except as objects outside themselves, because their nature is their metaphysical epistemology, which works with objects rather than subjective stuff. I try, but I just said. I can be done with that, yes. Thank you. And thank you. You can be done with this. Thank you for watching Talking Famous People. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese, and yada, yada, yada.